Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. Welcome to 222, episode 222, or 222 of the Vintage Collection Quick Shot series, and it is VC222. And I thought it would be, rude not to include the Ahsoka Tano from the Retro Collection because, given it is the same card back and, have a look at that as well. Why not? Because, in my carded room, I'm going to be having things like that side by side. They're kind of a variant of sorts, although we're completely different line of figures. But still, as you will notice with this, mine has a poncho. If you didn't already know, you can get Ahsoka Tano in a boxed deluxe set with the poncho. So, when they announced everything and, but first and foremost, right, I could not get over the fact that they didn't give this one a poncho here. Why not? Shame. And I'm really glad that I didn't open this because as it transpires, as I always suspected, this one is the same figure. But if you look at this figure here, I can't see any difference in it. Look, obviously she's got a wide stance there because I've obviously put her on the stand and she's obviously got ball jointed hips. But I've looked at the face, I've looked at the features and, it's brilliant. This is a great figure and I've waited ages for her to arrive. So I've had this technically for months now. I can't tell you exactly when I got it, but this is a brilliant figure, the VC222, the one I'm filming right now. But I just figured, well, it depends on how your displays are. You might have a need for two of them, but I don't. I only needed the one, and I wanted the one that I opened to have the cape. And it surprises me that Hasbro didn't make this one on the bubble, the definitive. I suppose one could argue they were experimenting at that time with these deluxe sets. I think deluxe sets are better with things like that Stormtrooper, when you get the E-Web, not just the cape. You know what I mean? A cape and an owl thing. And I think, do you get Grogu in there as well with her? I can't remember. I do have a video when I opened all three of the deluxe sets that came. The Flame Trooper, her, and also the Stormtrooper. So, yeah, I'll leave a link to that one in the description. But, yeah, going back to my original point, this is just missing something, man, and that's the cape. Because there's one thing that she just is iconic in that episode. It's brilliant. The one on Corvus, Ahsoka Tano. I don't know much about samurai movies and stuff, but I'd always imagined them to be paced and flow just like that episode did. And I think if you spoke to Dave Filoni quietly, he would talk to you about his love of that style of cinema. And I know George loves it all as well. East meets West, that's what the Mandalorian was. They said the Western meets the Eastern. So that's quite interesting in itself. But this is a brilliant figure. And that is, I have not moved her from that pose. I opened her a couple of weeks back now and I haven't arranged my Mandalorian shelf yet. But I'm going to have her like as a centerpiece, like looking like that. She was great in that episode as well. Rosario did the role justice. I never liked how Ahsoka looked in Rebels. She looked way too gaunt, After we'd seen her for so long in Clone Wars, then this is how I imagined Ahsoka looking in the real world. It would have been interesting to see what Ashley Eckstein, is it? How she would have looked in makeup. I think she might have even done that for a publicity. I don't know. This is the Retro Collection one, by the way. Obviously, it's going to just look like a porcelain doll. Which in itself is a lovely looking figure, isn't it, in a way? But she was great. They could have even voiced, excuse the camera work, they could have voiced her over with Eckstein, but they didn't. They went with Rosario, but she sounded just like I thought Ahsoka sounded. You know what I mean? Look at her. See? That is the same figure, ladies and gentlemen. It has to be. It has to be. Let's just get a close-up of them both together. There's nothing in it. Except one has a cape, one doesn't. This one comes with an owl thing, whatever that bird thing is, and also a little baby Grogu. But ladies and gentlemen, what is the best? That one is. It's just a shame, Hasbro, you didn't put a cape on that one. That's madness. Absolute madness. That poncho was everything about that episode. She used it for stealth. She came in and out of the mist with it. She looked awesome in it. Ragged. Rustic. Ready for action, man. It was brilliant. Great episode. Anyway, I've talked long enough. Thank you very much for watching. I have been only one Kenobi. Only one. Out.